Assalamu alaikum. This is Maria Zulfikar welcoming you to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the top stories. Candidates campaigning door to door seeking votes as election campaign going on full swing. People's safety must be ensured at any cost for nation's welfare, comments BNP chairman. History not to forgive betrayers of July martyrs, says Jamaat-e-Islami Amir. Chief Advisor directs prevention of fake certificates for global labor market. Multi-tier security taken for holding peaceful election in Chattogram. Around 4 lakh voters complete postal voting within the country. Voters cast votes in closely watched election to shape Thailand's next parliament. And New Zealand beat Afghanistan by 5 wickets in T20 World Cup in Chennai. Viewers, those were the top stories. Now moving on to the details. 3 days to go for the 13th National Parliament election in the country. Candidates from different political parties and individual candidates are busy roaming around the country, going from door to door to narrow alleyways with last-minute campaign. A total of 51 political parties are contesting in the upcoming election. Candidates from these parties are busy campaigning to voters with their manifestos. They are trying to attract the voters with different strategies. Along with the door-to-door approach, the candidates are also campaigning in social medias. Meanwhile, with polling day approaching, voters are also showing enthusiasm regarding the election. The voters want to elect such candidates who will make their constituency drug and terrorism free and work for their development. BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman said people's safety will be ensured at any cost, including combating corruption for the welfare of the country and the people. He said this while addressing an election rally in Dhaka 16 constituency today as the chief guest. Tariq Rahman said the way mega projects have been created in the last 16 years, there has not been a mega change in the fate of the people. Rather, there has been massive corruption in the name of mega projects. He also said now is the time to change the fate of the country and the people. Tariq Rahman highlighted his election pledges for the welfare of the people of the country, including women's rights, employment for the youth, ensuring health services for the people, standing by the disabled, and creating professional players. Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami Amir Dr. Shafiqur Rahman said 12th February is the day of implementing the incomplete agenda of 5th August. History will not forgive those who betray the blood of martyrs, he added. Dr. Shafiqur Rahman made the remarks while addressing the election rally of the 11-party alliance candidate for Dhaka 11 constituency, Nahid Islam, at Badda in the capital today. He said the countrymen will reject corrupt, extortionist, litigious and usurper candidates in the upcoming election. Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami Amir further said, the fight for a new Bangladesh based on justice and fairness will be the firm commitment of Jamaat and the 11-party alliance. Presiding over the rally, the convener of the National Citizen Party (NCP), Nahid Islam alleged that a political party is moving forward with a plan to endanger the country. He said if he gets the opportunity to come to power with the support and love of the countrymen, justice and good governance will be ensured in the country. A large number of supporters, including the leaders of 11-party alliance, took part in the rally. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus directed to take measures to prevent the forgery and use of fake certificates of various skill development training certificates to maintain Bangladesh's reputation in the international labor market. He gave this instruction at the governing body meeting of the National Skill Development Authority (NSDA) held at the Chief Advisor's office at Tejgaon in the capital today. The chief advisor said there is a high demand for Bangladesh's labor force in the global market, but the reputation of Bangladeshi workers is being tarnished due to forgery and fraud in skill training certificates. Emphasizing on building the country's brand image, the chief advisor said employers should say that the workers who have come from Bangladesh will definitely do well. Chief advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus also said the country's young generation is very creative and promising. It is the government's responsibility to open the doors of possibilities for them. The meeting reviewed the implementation progress of the decisions of the previous meeting and decided to establish an integrated skill ecosystem. Under this ecosystem, it will be possible to ensure uniform curriculum and standards for training programs organized by various ministries. In addition, the governing body meeting approved the long-term goals of NSDA to address global challenges after the transition from LTC. The meeting was attended by Shipping and Labor and Employment Advisor Retired Brigadier General M. Shakawat Hussain, Industry, Housing and Local Government Advisor Adilur Rahman Khan, Bangladesh Investment Development Authority Executive Chairman Chaudhry Ashik Mahmood bin Harun, Principal Secretary to the Chief Advisor NSDA Executive Chairman, Secretaries of various ministries and other senior officials were present on the occasion. 13th National Parliament election and referendum will be held on February 12th. Various election materials, including ballot papers, are reaching the centers ahead of the election. The administration has taken multi-tier security arrangements to hold the election in a fair and peaceful manner. If there is any kind of activity that violates law and order, the administration will take direct legal action. There will also be a digital system for election monitoring with 40,000 forces in Chattogram district. More than 100 magistrates will be on judicial duty with them. The administration's preparations for the upcoming elections in Chattogram are now in the final stages. The field administration, law enforcement forces and election-related officials are working together to make the elections fair, peaceful and neutral. The administration has taken adequate measures so that voters can exercise their rights to vote safely and without any hindrance. Modern technology has been integrated in 1965 polling stations in Chattogram to monitor the law and order situation. The Deputy Commissioner said all centers in Chittagong are equally important. The administration is determined to erase all the stains of the past through holding this election. The 13th National Parliament elections and referendum will be held on February 12th. Only 3 days left before the election. The mood of voting has spread among all classes of people, including the small businessman. They hope that this time a fair and peaceful election will be held. They will fulfill their civic duty by voting for their preferred candidates. These low and middle income professionals said they have not been able to vote in the elections for a long time, so they are very much interested in the elections. Many will reach their voting areas early to exercise their voting rights. Small businessmen and entrepreneurs believe this time the national election will bring a change in the country's governance system. The new government will be able to fulfill the hopes and aspirations of the people of the country. 7,60,898 ballots have been sent to voters within the country through the Postal Vote BD mobile app till this morning. Out of this, 4,43,542 voters have accepted them. The Election Commission informed this information today. According to the Commission, out of this, 3,88,898 voters have completed their voting, out of which 3,44,826 voters have submitted their ballots at the post office. The concerned returning officers have accepted 1,52,077 ballots. The Chattogram Metropolitan Unit of 11-Party Alliance held a road show and rally in Chattogram seeking vote for yes in the referendum in favor of the July Charter. The road show started at Bahadur Hat in the city in the afternoon. The show paraded through Lal Khan Bazaar, Agrabad and reached Kadghar in Potinga to join the rally. The leaders of the Chattogram Metropolitan 11-Party Alliance, including the alliance's nominated parliamentary candidates, addressed the rally presided over by Amir Muhammad Nuzrul Islam of Jamaat-e-Islami of Chattogram Metropolitan. The speaker said the vote should be cast in favor of yes, so that no one can be a fascist in the future when they come to power. The speakers called for building a new settlement to build a country free from corruption and extortion. Later, a procession paraded various roads of the city. Meanwhile, BNP candidate for Chattogram 10 constituency, Syed Al-Numan, held a public meeting in Jalalabad and Shoraipara wards, Bisho Road and Bitak areas and Shilpara of South Katoli wards this afternoon. During the campaign, he promised to solve various problems and develop the area. Now, international news. Millions of voters across Thailand cast votes in the polls today in a closely watched election that will shape the country's next parliament. It follows a snap election called by Prime Minister Onotin Charnvirakul, who assumed office after political upheaval linked to a border dispute and the removal of his predecessor. It is expected to be a three-way race, with a reformist party mounting a strong challenge to Thailand's established political forces. But no party is expected to win an outright majority, with a high likelihood of a coalition government. Voters are also deciding whether to push ahead with constitutional reform, adding significance to the outcome. A constitutional referendum was held in Thailand alongside the general election to ask voters whether they approve beginning the process of writing a new constitution to replace the current one adopted in 2017. Japan has voted in a snap general election called by Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi just 3 months after she assumed office. The coalition of Takaichi's Liberal Democratic Party (LDP) and the Japan Innovation Party could win more than 300 of the 465 seats in the lower house of parliament. According to multiple opinion polls, the result would mark a significant recovery for the LDP, which had fallen to 198 seats in 2024 and lost control of both houses of parliament. Conservative leader Takaichi has garnered significant voter support through a platform centered on tax relief and strategic subsidies. A drone attack killed at least 24 displaced civilians, including 8 children, near the city of Raater in Sudan's North Kordofan state. The Sudan Doctors Network and local authorities blamed the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces (RSF) for the strike, which targeted a vehicle carrying more than 100 people fleeing conflict in the Dubakar area. The strike on the displaced family's vehicle was part of an intensified campaign of drone attacks in the Kordofan region that began in late 2025. The United Nations, the United States, and regional partners have condemned the attacks as violations of international humanitarian law. Sudan is currently facing what has been described as the world's largest humanitarian crisis.